Everyone is selling t-shirts in print on demand, including me, but almost no one is touching this new product. It's something people check 144 times a day. They literally can't leave the house without it, and the market is exploding, a $13.9 billion opportunity hiding in plain sight. So I did some investigating, ordered a bunch of samples, and we're about to find out if this product is the next big move for print-on-demand sellers. I've been in print-on-demand for over 11 years now, and I've seen every trend come and go. T-shirts will always be the backbone of this industry, and I will always stand by them. But I've noticed a shift recently. People are longing for better profit margins and desperate to reinvent that wheel and just, try something new. And whilst I have always firmly stood by t-shirts, and I still do, I wanted to explore other possibilities for you, and that's when I stumbled upon a new range of products that you could try. Not posters or metal signs or pillows, no. Something used way more than that. Something that's used 144 times a day and the market size of billions. Tech accessories. Hear me out, because in this video I'm going to explore a new type of print-on-demand business, an opportunity you may not have considered possible. Step 1 was reaching out to different companies. Step 2 will be ordering samples, and step 3 will be building the business. I only want to recommend the best in their class, whether that's t-shirts, tech accessories, posters, whatever the product might be, it doesn't matter. The one thing I wanted to try here was focus on a company that specialized in tech accessories rather than a do-it-all kind of company. It's like when you go to a restaurant and there's 3 things on the menu. You know for a fact that those 3 things are going to be class, as they've specialized and focused on those 3 things. Versus going to a restaurant and there's 40 things on the menu for you. Yes, you might have options, but they're all going to be mediocre to bad. So after a bit of time, a company got back in contact with me, and I'm really happy they did, as they are the company I wanted to work together with on this video. And they agreed to sponsor this video, which is absolutely awesome. So thank you. But I do have to say, they haven't influenced this video in any way. They haven't seen it before posting. They don't even know that I'm sharing this video today. And there's absolutely no restrictions on what I can say. So if there is anything to be wary of, you can be sure that I will let you know. We're going to go through their website, we're going to order some samples, test those samples, and then create a rock solid business plan so that I can show you how making a few $1,000s a month in profit is more than doable with these products. The company in question is Podbase. You might not have heard of them. Are they any good? Are their prices good? Is the platform decent? Is it easy to use? How's the shipping? So many unknowns before you take that leap. Well, that's what this video is for. Let's figure it all out, starting with signing up and ordering every sample that I can. Basically every sample that I own a tech item for. But before we answer all of those questions and order those samples, I want to show you a website that you could say inspired this video. A website that made me realize millions can be made in this market, which is why I ultimately landed on this selection of products. This is Casetify. Have you ever heard of them? They've done over $300 million in revenue. And have a look at their products. This is literally print-on-demand phone cases. And they're not the only ones. There's quite a few really successful sites specializing in tech accessories and iPhone and other phone cases. So now let's go and order some samples, and then I'll tell you another reason why iPhone cases or just phone cases was at the top of my list after t-shirts. So this is the Podbase website. It's pretty straightforward. This is their homepage, right? Solutions, resources, and then print on demand. So if we go to print on demand, we can see a few cool things. So let's click that. We can either start on Shopify or we can start on Etsy, right? It shows you different best sellers. It shows you a little print on demand profit calculator. That's always fun. So let's say we sold them at like 150. We obviously wouldn't sell at that much. And then some reviews. And you can see you can sell on Etsy or Shopify. You can just connect it very quickly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually sign up. Feel free to browse this website. The link will be down below. I highly recommend browsing it and just doing your own due diligence as well. But what I want to do now is I actually want to sign up, see how that process is, and order a whole bunch of samples, because if I can order samples and test them, that could save you some money and hopefully a lot of time. So let's click sign up. Let's see how easy this process is. So let's say shimmy, let's click create account. And I don't really care about any of these questions. I've just realized that is annoying, isn't it? I can't click the next one. Okay, so you have to go through this. This is slightly annoying. Whatever. It only took a couple of seconds. Okay, this is what the kind of like the back end looks like once you've logged in. You've got your orders, your products, integrations. So this will be Etsy or Shopify. Okay, it's not crazy. Your store settings, so details, orders, notifications, billing, file libraries. This is all the uploaded designs. Okay, so let's figure out. So store name, we can create a store. Let's say YouTube test. Click create. Failed to create a store. Okay, I wonder why that failed to create. I don't know why it's failing to create. So why don't we just not create a store and just order some samples? So let's click products and let's click create product. Here we go. So let's just say we want to go for a MagSafe clear iPhone case for the, oh cool, iPhone 17, 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max. So they've got the latest cases. That's really, really, really good to know. I want to order one for my phone though, which is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. A few years behind, I know. Click start designing. Click I understand. Okay, this seems pretty straightforward. So let's just add an image. So I'm going to add this cut out version. And the reason why I'm going to add the cut out version is because this is the MagSafe clear iPhone case, which is where you can kind of see the color of the iPhone through the case. So if I was to make proper designs, again, this is just, I've bought these designs on Etsy because I didn't want to spend hours and hours creating designs here. But if I was to create designs, if I'm going to go ahead and like create this whole thing, I would want to create designs and use the Apple logo in the middle and create cool designs around it. You've definitely seen like where there's like explosions and funny things happening. That's how I would do it. So I actually really like the clear phone case look. So let's click add images. And now all I need to do is just expand it. So you can see it says 300 DPI. That's very good. Let's just zoom in. Okay, that's pretty good. If I click preview, will it show it to me? Let's have a look. So you can see I can see different models. There you go. All right. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Right, the next thing to do would be to go to product details. And again, I don't really care so much about any of this because I'm ordering this as a sample. I'm not actually ordering this to sell it at the moment. I just want to see if it's any good. So once I've done that, if I go to products, it's going to show up there. Now what I need to do is go to orders, click create order. Oh, I need to verify my email. Okay, let me just verify my email quickly. Well, maybe that's why I couldn't create a store before. That would make sense. Okay, my email's now been verified. Let me just see if that, there we go. I couldn't make a store before because I hadn't verified my email. So that's just me being silly. Right, so let's just go back. We've got our product, our MagSafe clear phone case. Right, and if we go to orders, we click create order. I can add that product. Okay, cool. Right, add that product. This all seems very, very straightforward. Select the model. So iPhone 14 Pro. All right, no, that's 15. iPhone 14 Pro Max. Continue. Right, and that's, I'm just putting my information in. So now what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go and add all the other products that I want to order in this sample. Okay, this is my final order. Okay, not bad. I've got a MagSafe clear phone case, an Apple iPad case, and an Apple AirPods tough case. Oh, these are for the AirPods 4. Okay, I don't know which AirPods I have. Now all we have to do is wait for these things to arrive so that we can really test them out, see if they're good quality. But yeah, in terms of having to actually use this platform, it seems pretty straightforward. And once I connect it over, I can't imagine it being very, very difficult to create a product, sync it over to Shopify or sync it over to Etsy, and then start selling it on Shopify or Etsy. And then when an order comes through, it would all just be done automatically on this side. So yeah, pretty happy with the UI and the ease of use here with Podbase. Right, I've now ordered those items with express shipping. So we'll see how long they actually take to come from Lithuania to the UK, because Lithuania is where they are based. Whilst we wait, let's answer a few burning questions. The first being, why tech accessories like phone cases? Well, the average person uses their phone for just over 6 hours a day. That is insane. And I know you might not believe me, but go and check your screen time. Mine was actually just under 4 hours, so I guess I'm a little bit under average, but I think that's a good thing in this situation. After all, the average person is awake for about 16 hours in a day. So the fact that people are spending over a third of their day on their phone, it's absolutely mind-blowing, but it just solidifies this business and this idea even more. It's clear people use their phones a lot, and most will use a case. Some will even match their case with their outfit, so they might have a few, or they'll get a new case very often. But if you are a little bit concerned about the market size, I understand. But you shouldn't be. The phone case market is forecasted to grow by 13.9 billion from 2024 to 2028. So there's a lot of room if you want to take a slice of that. Now, why did I pick Podbase? After all, there are tons of companies out there. Well, firstly, Podbase replied. Simple as that. But more than that, remember the restaurant analogy that I said earlier? Podbase is like that. They don't have tons and tons of products. They have a few products that they just do really, really well. Or at least that's what it looks like. When all the samples actually come through, I'll confirm or deny that theory. I really liked their user interface and the whole website. It was just clean and simple. And anyone that has watched any of my videos knows I'm a huge fan of simplicity and minimalism. From what I can see, the profit margin is also slightly better than other platforms. They seem to be pretty quick to the market on new releases, which is a really big deal in the tech world, especially now that the new iPhone is coming out this week. And when I asked, they told me they had fulfilled over 15 million orders. That is absolutely insane. That's huge. They also integrate with Shopify and Etsy, but if I'm building a proper business and a scalable brand, I'm going to go to Shopify every single day and I'm going to connect Podbase to Shopify.
Several days later.
Okay, that wasn't actually so bad. All the items came in 3 working days, which is actually crazy considering I ordered them on Tuesday the 26th and they arrived September the 1st. So that's 3 working days. That's not bad considering they came from Europe. But we want to see if the products in this packaging is any good. So let's test the durability, the print quality, and the overall product, because usually these kind of products come out so cheap looking, so I'm really hoping that they are better than what I've seen in the past. So let's open this up. We've got quite a lot here. I've also got the tech accessories that are going to be needed to test them out. So let's open the AirPod Max's one first. Even though I did say I'm going to focus on the iPhone case and, AirPod case and stuff, I still wanted to test out a whole load of their products just to make sure that they are good through the range, not just, they have one good product. So this is the AirPod Max's, it snaps on. Now, in terms of quality, it looks like it's thick, durable plastic. The print is nice. It's really, really glossy. You'll be able to see from the close-ups here that it's just, it's nice, glossy, it's shiny. It's got very good quality print. I don't see any pixelation or any problem there. And let's have a look at snap it on to the actual AirPods. And that's the AirPod Maxes. It's a little bit smaller. Let's try out the AirPod. The AirPod Pros. I don't even know which AirPods I have. So it comes in 2 sections. Oh, I've made a mistake. I ordered the wrong size. I knew I didn't know which ones I have. So these, I believe, are for the 4, and I have the 3s. So I can't. This is so classic. I can't test them because it's the wrong size. So yeah, I've ordered the wrong ones, and that's just me being an idiot and not knowing what kind of AirPods I own. So yeah, that's great. And you know what? I'm going to blame Apple for that because they come out with so many different AirPods and they're so bad at innovating these days that they're just the same every single year. So it's very hard to differentiate between the AirPod 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. From a case perspective, not putting it on the actual tech item, they're very similar to the AirPod Maxes, the covers. They're very, very clear. They've got this high gloss look to it. It's got this as well, which is nice. It's making an annoying sound for me, but yeah, so it's got a nice little clip. Yeah, I mean, it's not that difficult to get this right, in my opinion. It's just a piece of plastic, but it looks like it's good quality. I don't see it breaking. I can chuck it. What's cool is it actually clicks in, so it's 2 parts. So you can see on the inside that when I dropped it, the two parts can come off and you can actually unclip it. There you go. You can see it clips into two parts, which is kind of cool. Because obviously you can put this around the case. Maybe I did get the right one and it's just, no, I very much got the wrong one. Cool. And then you can just kind of clip it back together. There you go. Brilliant. That's a solid case. I'm happy with that. Okay, so this is the iPad Pro. Got this like nice woven kind of feel to it. I'm happy with that. You've got a space for the pen. That's really good. Let me put the iPad Pro in here. Let's have a look and see what that feels like. That's solid. And then that's not bad. Quality is really, really good. I like this. It's got like this woven thing. You'll see it in the close-up videos, but it's got like this woven, really nice textured backing and front to it. The pen will go there, which is inside. And in terms of like keeping it up, I don't really know how that would work. Oh, right, there you go. So you've got kind of like, it can be like that, it can be like that, or it can just be like that. That's not bad. Now look, personally, I don't use a case for my my iPad. I know I probably should, but because I'm drawing on it so much, I don't like using cases. I like just having it on the table. But as cases go, I'm pretty happy with that. This is the case or the shell for the MacBook Air. Now, hopefully I got this product right because, again, Apple have come up with so many MacBook Airs and I just don't know the difference between them anymore. So I assume this just snaps on. That's fun. Okay, so there you go. That's snapped on that side. And I guess this snaps on the back. Okay, so it's a solid case. It's like a nice thick plastic. I like that the bottom is see-through. That's really nice. And then the print on the front, I mean, I'm very, very happy with this print. It's a really, really good quality print. Again, it's like this one has more of a matte texture. If we compare it to the AirPod Maxes, you can see this is really glossy. This is really matte. And that's nice. And I put it on the wrong way around, didn't I? Yeah, okay, I have put it on the right way around now, and it kind of works really nicely. It still opens and closes quite nicely. It doesn't add too much weight to it. And the print is just really, really good. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, that's what we care about. We care about the print. And selling like this kind of product, it's a little bit harder, I think, because people don't protect their Macs as much as they would their iPhones, from what I can see. It's not as big of a business, but it's still nice as like an extra product that you could have on your website down the line to increase that AOV, which is the average order value. So I like that. That's pretty good. So you've got two different types of iPhone cases. You've got this hard shell case, which I believe is like this double layer kind of situation where it's like an extra tough case, which is nice. And then you've got this one, which I really like because it's see-through. So where's my phone? Let me get my phone. Let's try this. Let's put this one on. That's pretty good. And I do like that it's somewhat see-through, because if I was designing cases, I would make designs that kind of go around the Apple logo and are really cool. You can see it here in these close-up videos, and you can see my hands through it, right? And the desk through it. And I like this kind of see-through design. And it seems to be on there pretty well. Like, it doesn't seem to come off. It's got like a nice matte look versus this one, which has more of a glossy look. So the hard shell is actually very, very similar to the AirPod Maxes, you know, the earphones. So, I mean, also pretty good. Let's see what that feels like in the iPhone. Adds a bit of weight to it. This has got like this rubbery kind of shell to it. So like this rubber base, you can see the rubber base, and then this plastic shell that goes on top of it, which is quite nice. And again, in terms of print quality, the print quality is absolutely fine. Really, really, really clear. I don't see any issues in this at all. So that's awesome. The products really, really seem decent, like really decent. As I said, I would focus on the clear MagSafe case, but having seen this in the flesh, I think I would also focus on the hard shell case as well. I really, really like it. Now, personally for me, I like to create a store with one product and then test the market, test the niche, test the audience, and then slowly introduce more products to the store, which is probably what I would do, although because it's a hard one, because even though there's two iPhone cases, it's still kind of like it's one product. So I think I would start with these two cases as my one product, and then potentially also sell the AirPod case as it works as like a perfect last minute accessory that people can add in their baskets. So what's the plan? What's the next steps? Well, we've dialed in on a product, right? And we've dialed in on a printing company. So that's all sorted. After fully testing the platform and the products, I'm pretty happy to be recommending them to you if you want to sell tech accessories. You want to try something different. I'm really, really happy with this stuff. So now we need to figure out the viability of this business. Is there actually money to be made here based on the product cost, the selling price, and any other potential costs that may arise? Well, let's look into it. From the research I've done into the competition, they're selling iPhone cases from $30 to $60, which is quite a large range, but the website Casetify does have a brand name, so charging a higher price does make sense for them. I don't think we would be able to get away with selling $60 iPhone cases. Now let's say our goal is to eventually charge $39.50, which is somewhere in the middle. We'd start out cheaper, but we'd gradually raise our prices as our brand became more well known. The iPhone MagSafe case would cost us around $10.50. Obviously, you've got shipping as well, but we usually charge shipping to the customer on orders under $75. So to make this calculation significantly easier, we're going to just ignore shipping as we charge it and say this is $10.50 as the total item cost. Now, if we're selling this item for $39.50, that leaves us with $29 in profit. Of course, if we're selling on Shopify, we'll need to factor in our marketing expense. And this is kind of like an impossible number to predict. But if we compare it with our t-shirt, which on average has about a 20 to 25% profit margin, and we'll sell those for $32.99, we can be confident that our profit margin will be significantly higher than 25%, as the selling price is $6.51 more. So getting to $10,000 in revenue a month would take 253 sales a month. That's just 8 sales a day. That's not bad at all. And if we're aiming for that 35% profit margin on these tech accessories, that would mean we make $3,500 in profit every single month. Hopefully we could ramp it up quickly once we start hitting those sorts of sale numbers, and 253 sales a month would very quickly become a distant memory. You know, maybe we could hit 1,000 or 2,000 sales a month. Now, Podbase is based in Europe, so usually that would be our main market. However, we know that the US market is the biggest, it's the best. So we would probably try and go for the US market, and we would just be very clear on our website that the shipping is a little bit slower. It could take a week or two to arrive. And that could annoy a few customers, but if we are very, very clear with it, I think they'd get over it, especially for really cool, unique products. And then in order to make this dream a reality and a proper business, a lot of research and work actually needs to get done. I need to research different niches, I need to research different designs, see what would be popular, what would resonate, what would allow for the highest price. I then need to actually create the brand and the designs, or maybe at least buy the designs, whatever you want to do. I need to connect it to Shopify and start bringing in traffic to the website, whether that's organic or paid traffic. It is a proper business after all, not some basic plug and play store that won't really amount to anything. So yeah, it does take a little bit of work. But I really do think this could be huge. And with the new iPhone release, this could be the perfect time to do something like this. So if you want to give it a go or just have a browse, I've put the link to Podbase below. I've tested all the products now, so hopefully that will save you having to do that. And if you do want to see me bring this business to life, that business plan that I just said to life, the brand, the ads, the store, everything, let me know in the comments. And if enough people want it, I could potentially make a whole walkthrough tutorial setting up the entire business, doing the research, creating the designs, building the Shopify store, sending the traffic, and actually getting sales. That could be a really, really fun kind of like part 2 to this video. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you want to see that part? And don't forget to check out Podbase. Another huge thank you for getting back to me, for Podbase getting back to me and agreeing to sponsor this video. These are awesome. I really like them. So good job.